around me know, and that is why I'm here today. For those we have lost, those who are living with, and those yet to be diagnosed. I have learned lessons living with ALS, the most important being how precious life is, and to appreciate everything that you have rather than resent what you don't. I'm actually really lucky to have been diagnosed with ALS when I was. Since then, I've observed more initiatives geared towards the eradication of ALS than I believe the world has witnessed in over 100 years. In my short lifetime living with ALS, I have seen, in 2014, the Ice Bucket Challenge blew up. It was the first summer of my diagnosis, and I felt worldwide support, and people across nations had a greater understanding of the devastation of ALS. In May of 2015, with the help of Ottawa's ALS advocate Brian Parsons, the compassionate care benefit in Canada was increased from 6 to 26 weeks. As Tammy mentioned, in July of 2016, a new ALS gene was found by Project Mine researchers, and this year Canada became the 17th country to join Project Mine. And as Travis, my amazing husband, everybody knows Travis, I can't speak enough about him, but he loves this next one because even computers are getting in on the action. In 2016, the IBM supercomputer Watson discovered 5 new genes linked to ALS. There are many promising clinical trials underway, and even a new drug has just been approved by the FDA in the US. In October of 2016, parliamentarians and senators of all parties of the federal government came together to form an ALS caucus. I was fortunate to attend the first meeting with Travis, and we were heartened to see the efforts of sincere and passionate politicians come together to play a vital role in addressing the needs and challenges of the realities of ALS. And a huge thank you to all of those who participate in the caucus. We know how busy your schedules are, so thank you so much. And let me tell you, it's paying off, because in April of this year, Motion 105 passed unanimously with a 280-0 vote. I just want to share that motion with you in case not everyone's familiar with it. It states that the House Parliament combats ALS via research and awareness, and it calls on the Canadian government to increase the funding for ALS research and to substantially increase national efforts to develop and launch a comprehensive strategy to assist with the eradication of ALS at the earliest opportunity. In light of this motion passing, I am waiting with bated breath to see action taken within our government, in particular to include in the next budget sustainable research funding to combat ALS. And as was mentioned, in order for this to happen, our community must be vigilant in our advocacy efforts and keep knocking on those doors. This is what has happened since I was diagnosed almost 4 years ago. Imagine what could happen in the next few years. I have to give a shout out to my team, the Living, Loving, Laughing Walkers, and all our generous donations. I love you guys. Thank you so much to the ALS Society of Canada for supporting us, for their relentless work in advocacy and care. Leanne Johnson, you're a rock star. And Tammy Moore, you lead with strength and conviction. Thank you. I have to thank the caregivers. You know, I know they're not forgotten, but I almost feel they suffer more than we do. They tell us we are worth it and that it's a privilege to help us. I can't speak about my husband now because I got to get through my speech, but he's the best man on the planet. Travis, I love you. Thank you to friends and family who have not given up on us and who remind us who we are beyond ALS. I have to give a shout out. Thank you, my mom and dad. Please wave. They're here. They're always there for me, no matter what. They moved from Montreal Ottawa this spring, and they continue to give me reasons to keep on fighting. A special thank you to those walking for someone who has succumbed to the devastation of ALS. It cannot be easy to continue with advocacy after losing a loved one, yet that doesn't stop you from honoring their legacy. And to my community of friends living with ALS, the warriors, when the world says give up, hope whispers, try it one more time. So thank you and enjoy the sunshine.